Hello there, I'm Eric Linter with Starspeak, your horoscope for May 2015. We're dealing with full moon fever as the month begins. The moon is waxing full. And on May Day itself, Friday the 1st, there's a little bit of tension later in the day as the Libra moon opposes Uranus and squares Pluto. This is, again, this chaotic, unstable energy we've been dealing with for the past 3 years. And by now we're all familiar with it, but treat others with kid gloves if necessary and be aware of your surroundings. We've got nice vibes on Saturday, although it's fairly low key most of the day with a void of course moon in Libra. And on Sunday, the moon is full in Scorpio. This, according to Eastern tradition, is the full moon when the spirit of Buddha returns to the earth plane. So for you folks who meditate out there, see if you can't tune in and maybe feel the inner calm and peace of Buddha himself. Mercury is also opposite Saturn on this day. It's a time really to think carefully about your resources, your talents, your strengths, and how you can best put those to use and contribute to the greater good. Both the Sun and Moon are in a challenging relationship with Jupiter, the planet of expansion and growth, faith and optimism. Jupiter is on its way again, having recently completed a retrograde. It's in Leo, and it does foster, as we head towards summer, a tremendous desire for creativity, for enjoying life, and just plain old having fun. Let your inner child out and ramble in a way of experiencing life with the innocence and purity that you did as a child. The Sun in Taurus is moving into a trine with Pluto, which will be exact on Wednesday the 6th. Again, the question of resources and how to use them wisely. This includes recycling and repurposing and making use of our various experiences, knowledge bases and things we're familiar with. We can maximize our potential during this midweek period. Venus slides into Cancer on Thursday the 7th. This is the sign of patriotism and family. And so nostalgia and memories will tend to be triggered as we move towards the next weekend. Mercury is also in a square to Neptune at this time, exact right at the noon hour on Saturday. And so a sense of loss and just poignancy is going to be strong. Being out in nature, appreciating a beach or a tree, laying in the grass and watching the clouds float by can be a great comfort. On Mother's Day, the moon is in the friendly sign of Aquarius. This is the live and let live sign, open-minded and tolerant. The moon will oppose Jupiter that evening, and so we do need to, curb excess appetites and watch waistlines and budgets. We begin the new work week on Monday with a quarter moon, so there's going to be some early stress, and basically some of us are not going to feel like getting out of bed and getting back into work routines. The moon then is void of course for much of the day, so it's a kind of lackluster Blue Monday really. Mars enters Gemini Monday evening, and this is going to stimulate a lot of intellectual discussion. We'll see more of that in the coming days as Mars settles into Gemini. We've got some really sweet midweek aspects, just calm, quiet days appropriate for the Sun in Taurus. And then on the last day of this forecast, we see Mars in an opposition to Saturn, the planet of delays and obstacles. And so if you do encounter a roadblock, use it to your advantage. Think about your goals and how committed you are to reaching them. It may be appropriate to rethink a strategy or, enlist support from somebody else rather than going it alone. And again, this is another day with a long void of course moon period. I don't recommend making big purchases or, profound decisions with, long-term implications when the moon is void of course, because typically events don't have staying power during the void of course moon. So relax. If you can take the day off, and head to a beach or take a walk in a park, go for it. Sometimes the greatest ideas come during these less focused and engaged periods of time. Well, thank you for sharing this time with me. I appreciate your listening and watching. If you want to contact me, you can shoot me an email at stars@ericlinter.com, and my daily forecasts can be found at spiritofchange.org. Remember, keep looking up.